Welcome everybody, it's Unstoppable Stiletsy, and I'm going to be doing an Age of Empires 3 Definitive Edition Age of Pirates mod native overview for you. It's been a pretty long time since I did one of these, and I'm looking outside. Well, at least I did a while ago because it's night now and I can't see anything. There was snow on the ground still, so I figured since there's still snow on the ground, it's probably good for us to actually get the Grinch native site done. Yes, you heard that right, the Grinch native site, like the Dr. Seuss, the Grinch It's Still Christmas native site. It's an actual thing in Age of Pirates. You know how we have Ezio Auditore from Assassin's Creed in this thing, but yeah, we also have Dr. Seuss stuff too. So I figured we give that a look at. Maybe look at some of the mercenaries on the Grinch Mountain map as well, just so you're aware of it for the next holiday season when you want to play this map, or any time of the year, You might be living in a hot, humid climate in the summer of July or August and wish that it was winter. Maybe. Just maybe. So let's give it a go and see what they're all about. Actually, some more stuff since I last used them in that upload I put on my channel like a month ago, so... even stuff that surprised me a little bit. Well, a little bit, not too much. But anyways, let's give it a go. Alright, so first is first on this map. You'll note something pretty significant right away. Instead of a tavern, you actually get a cocoa cafe. And it's basically just your regular old tavern, except it looks like a building with Christmas lights on it. Yeah, see all the little green and yellow and red? Yeah, literally just that. So, alright, so here is our Grinch site on Mount Crumpet. So we're going to capture that right now and see what the Grinches offer us in this post-holiday season. So... your main unit is the Grinch Sharpshooter, so we'll train up those right now. These are basically skirmishers, right? They actually have slightly more multipliers than the average skirmisher, with the multipliers going up to about 3.5 with post-Imperial Age techs or counter-infantry rifling already researched, so quite a bit of damage. Being a skirmisher unit, it is not the strongest unit in terms of HP, but the armor is pretty good as well. I mean, 35% pierce armor, so it does get pretty tanky, pretty tanky. The multipliers are good, very good skirm. And the cost, pretty average cost for a skirm, I would say, so that's good. Other than that, what is special about these guys? Well, let's upgrade them first. The first upgrade is Hardy, and then the next one is Seasoned. So this is what it's called a Storied Grinch Sharpshooter. This is what the stats look like already. So the range attack of 33, very good for just... well, actually, since we're on post-Imperial Age, we do have the legendary natives already researched. But anyways, you can tell the stats are really good. 33 range damage with the added multipliers and the extra armor. So it's above average for a skirmisher, let's just say that, basically. So, let's get into some of the text down below. So, this is a real interesting one. It's called Team Unlock Embassy. Unlock the native embassy to your whole team, allows them to train Grinch Pathfinders and research additional techs. So, this is another Grinch unit you can make. You got the Sharpshooters here, and then you can make the Pathfinders. So, let's get our nice little Royal Embassy wagon here. And as you can see, not only can we make our sharpshooters there since we're allied with the Grinches on Mount Crumpet, but we can also make the storied Grinch Pathfinders. A nasty, wasty skunk that shadow techs. So basically, you don't have to upgrade them from what it says. They basically shadow tech themselves with each age up. If you look at them statistically, they're basically a less damage-based skirm, but has more HP. If you look at these guys, they're the sharpshooters. Their HP is about 231. The storied Grinch Pathfinders will have HP of about 297, so they're going to be a much tankier skirmisher. The armor values are the same as the sharpshooters, so the armor overall was above average. Damage, though, is smaller. And the multipliers are about average for a skirmisher with counter infantry of about 3x instead of 3.5 on the sharpshooters. So if you care more about tankiness, these are the skirms that you're going to want. If you care more about damage, these are the ones you're going to want, basically. So just so you know differences. Also, the costs are a bit different. These cost a bit more food, but less coin. Yep, so let's go to some of the techs you'll actually research for your whole team at the native embassy as well. So you get the Pathfinder Scouting Party. Ships a small batch of Pathfinders and improves their hit points and line of sight. So you get about 4 Pathfinders. They'll gain about 6 line of sight and 20% additional HP. So they'll actually become even tankier now. So the HP difference between them and the sharpshooters is actually really drastically improved once you get that technology. So it's a whopping 324 HP, whereas the sharpshooters are still stuck at about 231. And the other technology you get at the native embassy, too, will be Holiday Malcontents. Increases the build limit of Grinch Pathfinders by about 50%. So considering we sent the technology we did previously, it's only going to let us train 2 additional ones. Considering the build limit is not godlike high, basically. But I'm imagining if you're the Dutch, probably it's going to have, you're probably going to have at least 20 of these sharpshooters available, or I should say Pathfinders. So let's give it a go just for funsies and give it a try. So if we research this, yeah, basically you can have up to 20 of them now if you have that native warrior build limit improver, basically. And then the sharpshooters would go up to about 19. Yep, very nice. But going back to the Mount Crumpet native site, here's the other technologies. You got Team King of Sinful Sots. Take the presents and roast beasts, providing a bounty of food and gold when destroying buildings. So, as you know from Wars of Liberty, there are certain types of cards, also some in Definitive Edition, particularly for the Mexicans, with Chipotle tactics, where either killing a unit or building will grant you some resource. So this is basically that, except it's giving you both the food and the coin. So gaining 2 things at the same time, so that's quite good. And then also note that it's a team tech too, so this will help your allies as well. Similarly, this tech here, Team Mandatory Overtime, allows you and your teammates to construct an additional Cocoa Cafe. So what does that mean? Now we can have 2 of these wonderful saloon buildings. We can have this one over here and this one over here. Just as a recap, this is your run-of-the-mill tavern, except it has cool Christmas lights on it, and it's named a Cocoa Cafe instead of a tavern. Probably safer for the kids to visit, right? And then you got this big bun right here, an awful idea, a wonderful, horrible, awful idea. Basically improves the build limit of your Grinch sharpshooters further and unlocks additional techs. So these are the 3 additional techs you can get. Team Chimney Divers improves the siege damage of all Grinch units. So this will improve both the sharpshooter and the Pathfinder here. It's basically a copy of the cards we see in Wars of Liberty, mainly for the Greeks and the Belgians, namely the Exodus of Mizrahi, or whatever that Greek name is, that basically gave the Klebs additional multipliers against buildings, and then same one for the Belgians. I think it was Sog Pompiers or something like that. Yeah, but instead of multipliers against buildings, it will simply increase the siege damage by 100% overall. So I think that's definitely much better. Namely because that would actually technically make it good against ships, right? If they're very close up against it and can throw a torch at them, correct? Yeah, so that's probably better. Another one here, Team Repurposed Uniforms. Also note how all these things are team-based for the most part. Producing your own uniforms reduces the cost of your Grinch units and improves their training speed. More effective for sharpshooters and pathfinders. So while it does affect both Grinch units, it's going to affect the sharpshooters a little bit more. you know, by improving the train time by 20%, as well as cheapening the cost by 20%. Pathfinders will only be improved by about 10%, so only about half the effect. So we got that. And then we get this Grinch volunteer rifle. So let's say we've maxed out all of our sharpshooters. We got all of them. The whole mass of them. And note how the build limit is much better, because I did send this Dutch build limit improvement card here. If we get this, then we can even get 10 additional ones. So now we can have a stack of 45 of these skirmishers, plus the Pathfinder. So now we have a whole army of skirms. We can just run at our enemy down there in the Christmas village if we want to. Right. That being said, there are some special mercenaries on this map too that I figured I'd show for you since we're here already. So now this is a cool one. It's called the C3 light cannon. So what does this do? At the moment it looks just like a regular organ gun, right? Well, what you can do with it is plop it. I don't know. I think I might want to go over here. So let's move them over to this side. And I will fire them right at these outlaws. Notice how they shoot actual Christmas lights out of them. Look at the projectiles. Yeah. Yep. Did you see that? It shot actual green, red, and yellow Christmas lights out of them. I mean, we can do it over here too if you want to see it again. I'll put them in the limber mode and just get them over there. Yep. Also, look at this big, cool Christmas village. It's huge. Yeah, see that? Look at the red Christmas lights. Insane, right? Shooting actual Christmas lights at the building. Some of them are green, some of them are red. That's a really cool effect that they were able to get that going. You know, I didn't know you could do that with AoE 3 projectiles myself, modding-wise. But that's not it. We also have the North Lighter. A Grandier equipped it with the Moor that can launch festive grenades. This is another unit you can get. Basically similar to Grenadiers with the grenade launcher, so we'll see what that looks like now. Going over here. Let's give it a go. I think it also shoots the Christmas light things, right? Yeah, see that? It's like sort of like a glowing blue thing, basically. So it's very similar. And here's the last one. The 39.5-foot Pullman. A long reach and pull arm to keep the Grinch at bay. So basically here, look at this range on the spear. Look at how big that thing is. It's huge. It's really just a duplicate of the Tigre Lancers from Wars of Liberty, or the Huatas if you played the Maori. Also similar to the Kamyuks from Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition. It does work at long range. I mean, look at this. Look at how far these hit with the spears. Very, very long range, basically. So we just want to take, like, you know what we should do for fun? Let's just get all these mercenaries. Let's stack up a huge army of them with all of our Grinch Pathfinders and see if we can take over the Christmas village down there really briefly. I'll get some of these lights, get some of these, get some of these. Another house here, another house here, another house here. Get some more houses down. Now let's go for the siege down there and see what happens. There's probably going to be a lot of fires in the forest up here in the north. You know, that's a lot of incendiary stuff when you're shooting little Christmas lights out of your weapon, right? Big time. Notice how we gain food and coin from that Siege of the TP as well, because of one of the Grinch texts we researched before. Sinful, so that's one to be in particular, yeah. Where is the enemy base? Somewhere over here. It looks like he ended up making the reindeer sleds as his choice at the Christmas village. Alright, so here's the base. Look at all the stuff he's getting out of his decorator's workshop. All these wonderful presents for us to steal. And look at the Christmas. Look at all the Christmas lights we're shooting at the buildings. I mean, who needs a Molotov when you have Christmas lights, right? Same thing, except they're more colorful and festive for the season. Yeah, not as good as I thought. At least, this guy's bringing actual weapons here. Dang. Actual rockets. This guy's not messing around, so I think we're done. I think we're dead. But at least Christmas is safe, right? Yeah, Christmas is safe. I hope you enjoyed that fun little tidbit. Figured I'd bring it to you since, you know, I probably should have done it a month ago, but, yeah, there's still snow on the ground, so to me it's still Christmassy outside. Enough to do it. So, yep, I'll be signing off now from this one. Next time we can do one of the other sites I haven't done yet, which is quite a few of them, so definitely look out for those. See you next time.